Today's a big one, folks. Finally, it's time to start doing some stuff to the Golf. So, as you know, we've got an ongoing project where I'm basically going to decimate Dan's crap Subaru with no problem whatsoever. But to start that, I've got to start getting this car in order. Now, the gearbox is chattering its nuts off in first gear. You struggle to get reverse. There's a bad coolant leak. There's boost leaks. There is loads of stuff to sort. But hopefully, by the end of today, we're going to have most of that done and dusted. We have got approximately 4 hours to get the gearbox out, clutch in, new gearbox in, coolant line sorted, new slave cylinder in, new thermostat in, new coolant junction in. So you see the list is endless. Plus, we're going to be starting to take some of this away, get rid of the MAF sensor, get rid of the N75, code it all out, map it up nicely so it's not surging and it's not playing about and it's just straight up power, and then we can start looking at bigger turbos and way more fun stuff. So let's get into it. We're going to show you as we go along how we get the gearbox out, how we do all that work. Let's get it cracked out. So first step, let's crack off the drive shafts and get the lower arms cracked off while Lucian is removing the battery in the battery tray. So on we go. There we go, beautiful. That's one done. Off to the other side. Okay, I might need to get the big guns out on that one, I think. That is taking a beating. Probably. Right, let's get a bigger tool. Sweet, I'm not the tallest person, so that will probably about do. So basically, it's so much easier having a ramp. This is why I will be eternally grateful to the boys over at Swift for letting me use a ramp space, because now when I want to crack these lower arms off, it's just 10 times easier. Now again, I'm not the tallest person, so I can have it at sort of where the brake disc is at chest height, and I can get to everything under here now. So I'm going to crack them lower arms off so that I can knock the drive shafts out when I want. As you can see, I've already cracked off the drive shafts, so lower arms off, move the hub out the way, undo the drive shaft from the box, and out it comes. Quite quick on these because they're cupped in the gearbox as well, so you don't get oil everywhere when you pull them out. So that's an absolute win. Right, I'm going to get that cracked off, and we will be back with you in a second once that's undone.
The car's only just foot off the floor though.
Behave. It's at least 3 foot off the floor.
Short arms?
It's not my fault, Dan. So, first step, just to make life easier, is I'm going to drop this drop link off here because that gives me more leverage on the lower arm as well. So just a 17 on the gun, and then we'll pop that out. There we go, nice and easy. See, it already drops, so it gives me a lot more leverage when I want to get that hub out the way. Sorted. There we go. Whew, yeah, this is taking a bit of stick, so put your camera around there, Dan. We are just undoing the lower arm ball joint nut. So, but I'm concerned that it is turning the ball joint at the same time. I can't quite see in there, so I'm going to have to get a torch in. But worst comes to worst, I'm going to unbolt the ball joint from the arm and do it that way. And then I'll be replacing them all at some point anyway, because it's feeling pretty seized on there. So chances are it is turning the thread as well, but we will see. Let me just get a torch in there and we'll see.
Okay. Right peg. Peggy. There you go. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing your job for. This is what you need to learn.
Absolutely right.
Sweet. Where did you come through? Right, you're gonna take it out gear, bro. How are we gonna do that?
I'll do it one sec. I'll stop that video and do it on to that second. Right, let me into there, I'll get it out of here. Right, lower arms are off, so it's drive shafts out now, and then we can get up the top and start disconnecting everything from the box.
Let me get on to the hard bit.
Oh yes. Quick update of where we're up to. Right, lower arms are off, drive shafts are out, some of the gubbins are out, starter motor's out, everything's unplugged. So now it's dog bone mount off, then drop the car down, get the engine support on, and then we're really rocking. So let's get this dog bone out, and we are flying. The car is down now, we're ready to get the engine support on, but Mike and Rob have absolutely ribbed me about this air filter placement because it is sat down here. Now, I will say, disclaimer, I had nothing to do with that. That was on the car when I got it, but they have. It is not lies. They have absolutely rinsed me about that. So what I'm going to do to aid access as well is strip it right back up here to the MAF sensor, and then we're not going to need that in a bit anyway. So we're just going to get rid of it because that's just another thing to go wrong, and they're going to code it out for me. So I'm going to undo all this now, and we'll be somewhere closer to having a bit of access. Nobody's deleting my turbo.
No, the turbo will still be there.
Nobody's disconnected it neither.
No, it will still be there, technically.
So, I think it's fair to say that Rob is going to be very pleased that I've now taken that out. So it's also got some kind of gashy off-brand air filter on the end, which is going to have to go back on for now, but then we will upgrade. So that is going in the parts heap. There we go. Right, that is a bit more access. Beautiful. Okay. Right, we've got some cables we won't have to worry about too much just there. And then I'll be so glad to get that coolant leak sorted.
Yeah, that'll save you some money in the long run as well.
Oh God, definitely. Right, so now it's going to be selector cables off with these annoying little clips. They can go very safely up there.
Safest place.
Definitely. I've replaced one of them ends already. I've got a new one in the boot, so I might replace that before it goes back on. So yeah, we're going to have to drop the box down before we get the bracket off for the selector cables by the looks of it, because there's just not much access. So we'll get the engine support set up, I reckon, then.
Right behind you.
Ah, sweet. Right, would you grab an end of this, Lucian? Grab an end. There we go. Right. Oh, okay, so now you're going to want to crack that off. Now, you want to extend it so it sits on the wings like so. Yeah, that's good, that's good. Right, this is going to need to be brought up massively. Sweet, so engine support in place. So now we can finally get somewhere and drop these gearbox mount bolts off. So there's one. Over to the other side, see if we've got some access on that. Typically not great, but that one is in there, that's for sure. Right, let's see if I can approach that from a different angle, maybe going down this side. Right, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take the extension off and we're going to get it that way because it's just not getting on it square. There we are. Beautiful, there we go. So that is gearbox loose. So now we can really get on with fetching it off. Great news then, the box is about to come out, but whilst we're doing that, before we take it out, I want to get all the coolant drained out because we've got a leak on this, so we need to replace a couple of coolant hoses. So, makes sense to drain it now, get the box out, replace all that in one foul swoop, and then we can top it all back off once it's all done. So, on these Golfs, really handy, a lot of Volkswagen platform cars have this. There is a little petcock valve on the bottom of the radiator here, so you don't have to pull like a radiator hose off. All you do is you just basically twist that and pull it out, and there you go, it'll drain like that, so you don't have to mess about taking hoses off. That is a drain point for you as well. So super, super simple, and it drains the system down nicely and stops you getting everywhere covered in coolant. So that's a win. Right, we'll let that drain out, and then the box is coming off, and we're going to see what we're faced with the clutch. Right, okay, good news is we are about to fetch this box down, he says. But this is when the stark realisation that you might not. Oh, hang on, I've just thought of a problem. We need to line it back up and put a bolt back in, or a couple of bolts at the bottom, so. Right, so now we've rectified that silly mistake I made, but forgetting to take the slave cylinder out. Last 3 bolts are coming out, and now we can wrestle it out. So, I'm thinking, Luce, if you get the front, oh, you're getting the whole thing, right, okay, that is looking good already. Let's move that hose out of the way. Right, we need to rock the engine forwards, that's the trouble. So you go in, oh, hang on, no, that's not too bad, yeah, so now come towards. So the diff housing is getting stuck on the subframe. So it's just a little bit. We'll get it though. What we probably want to do is rotate backwards. That's it. Rotate that way. No, you don't need to lift it so high, mate. That's it. Rotate. Right, hang on. This is always the awkward bit with getting boxes out because. Oh no! 1 second. Let's just steady it because I just want to make sure. There's definitely not. You don't need to, you just literally need to hold the weight, don't lift it or anything. Yeah. I want to make sure there's nothing else plugged into it. I don't think there is, looking at it, but just wanted to double check because I don't want to snag any wires or anything. Ah, typical, there is. Damn it. Right. Okay. Done it again, folks.
Take 900.
Yeah, no, all it is, there's one plug at the back that was buried under whatever the hell that is there. Now, let me see if I can actually unplug it, though, because it should be a removable... Yeah, it is a removable plug, but you're going to have to hold the weight of that box for a moment, okay? Sure?
Yeah.
Right. Let me see if I'll get an angle into that, because it's incredibly awkward. There's just one of the sensors, probably reverse light switch, that might be at the front. There we go, that's unplugged, beautiful. Right, so now we can start wiggling it down. So we're trapped against the subframe, but what we need to do, see this diff housing here that your hand's on? That's what's hitting the subframe, so we either need to rotate the box that way or rotate it the other way. So that's not looking too bad. Pull outwards. What is that hanging on to? There's something. No, there's nothing. Okay, it's just hanging on the input shaft, I think.
Thing, yeah.
On the input shaft. We're not far off then. Okay, maybe we have to go up higher, drag it out. Yeah, I've got it, right. So, let me take this end.
Yeah.
Right, now you push it out towards the outside of the car. That's it. Oh. Okay, maybe not. So we just have to make that clear the subframe. Which sounds easy, I know, but...
Oh, no, I've got it.
What is it?
It's whatever this is, look.
Hang on.
It's catching on here.
Oh, you're kidding. I can't even see.
So it's got a twist.
Yeah.
This
So we've got to bring this end around, have we? Jesus. Whew. Hefty old work, this. Oh, they're so awkward. Okay, right.
Or
It's got its own weight, so let's just reevaluate. Or what, sorry?
let's
have a look at that.
So I mean,
Oh, that's only fabric.
but it's going against something. You can hear it bashing. Like,
Yeah, it's here where it's fouling. See it?
oh, okay.
So that either has to come up over the subframe, or it just has to rotate out the way of it. Now, in my mind, the best way to rotate it is like that.
Yeah.
But then we've got to rotate it quite a bit before we clear, and we might end up... we shouldn't end up fouling.
Twist it to the left,
Yeah.
or rotate it to the left, pull it out a bit more,
And then
to
just...
the right.
Just have to jimmy it out, I mean, that's all it is, right. So take some of the weight, then now obviously when it comes out, we've got to be ready for it. So I don't know if it's going to rotate down that way, because it needs to sort of go back up and then rotate, if that makes sense, and in. So let's just let the weight down a little bit. So there we go, let's get it back on the engine like that. So that's central now. So now we can work out which way we rotate it to drop it out. Because I don't know if it will. Yeah, I don't know if it will rotate this way first.
What?
Sort of like that, that's it. And then whether that'll clear, but I don't know if it will it? Enough to get the input shaft. Oh, that's just that clip.
Yeah, it might do.
Oh. And we've still got a... Okay, now let's go back in. What I might have to do, annoyingly, is just drop the engine even lower. I don't know. Or maybe I'll have to take it up a bit, to be fair, actually.
Yeah.
Might have to take it up so that it clears that a little bit. That's probably what we're doing. Now, trouble is, I don't know if you can reach it from there, but you need to turn that handle to the right. You want to put the other wheel on the... I don't know. Bear with us, folks. We'll soon be there with the gearbox on the floor. All part of the fun, this. All part of the fun. Probably won't have to take it up that much either, you know. Can you? Is it just that? Well, tell you what, Dan. Will you? I'll bring it down. Just come here and hold the gearbox. Yeah. Just put some pressure on the end there. I'll bring it down a bit. Just watch your head and shoulders, obviously.
Shoulders, knees and toes.
Yeah. Watch them. Do you reckon that'll be enough for you to reach it? Right. I'll go down a little bit more. Okay. Right. Let me come and get that box then. Go on. I've got it. Right, take it up. I'll tell you roughly when to stop. I think I just dropped it too low initially, you know.
Possibly.
Right, shall we try it at that?
I think I should just lift it all the way.
If you can't go all the way, mate, because the chassis rail won't let it come out. You can't go all the way back up. We'll just foul on everything. But that should give us a little bit more room where the actual drive shaft cup doesn't foul until way later, until the shaft is actually out. So what we'll do you want to go and pick the ramp up a little bit, yeah? Okay, that'll probably do there, I reckon. Right, let's get the power steering pipe out the way, and then we'll just start gently. Again, same thing, you just sort of take the weight in the middle there at the bell housing, and then we'll wrestle out, and then we can sort of, it should give us a bit more room to, we'll see, we've almost got it there where that diff housing is. Almost. Like, the engine needs to go forward a bit, which is a bit of a pig, but, oh, come on. Never this hard to get a box out, ever. Oh, where that's just come from. Oh, that's one of the guide pins. Okay, right.
There's a load of white up here as well.
Yeah, it's only pushing against it.
What is it?
Yeah, it's only pushing it. Okay. I need to make sure I don't lose that little centre pin. Awkward as a biatch, isn't it? Right.
Have we tried just lifting it like flat? So it is, and just pulling it out straight away?
I mean, it may come out enough that it will still be awkward on the subframe, but we'll give it a go. Tell you what, go for it then. Let's lift it up sort of level. Right, and then, obviously, if I take the weight, you put the outwards pressure on it and push towards me, yeah? Right, yeah, we're fouling on the subframe again, the diff housing is. We're almost out though, that's the annoying part.
Just, there, isn't it? And then maybe twist it.
See, that's close, that. But again, it's actually pulling it off the engine is the hard bit. Because it just won't quite detach from the clutch. Right, okay. So, what have we got in the option?
It is fouling, because underneath that is this.
Yeah, but it's like a rubber section of it under that.
Yeah, but literally right behind it is the metal that it's fouling on as well.
Right, so it might have to rotate round the other way then.
So it's going to be twisted.
Yeah, okay, so that's a good sign straight away. Right, so that was sort of bringing itself down then. I don't know if you saw that. Right, okay. As you can see, the box is out. Just watch your fingers in that joint, yeah? Right, let's just rest it back in so it's not having to sit here holding the weight of it, he says. Yeah, they are a bit awkward. Told you it was easy when it's off the car, didn't I?
Yeah. Literally just there.
Just where, sorry? Oh, don't fucking push it while I'm under it. Yeah.
So it's just literally just bashing me here.
Okay.
And that's fine. Is there any way you can take this piece off? There is. There's an Allen key on it.
Yeah, you can, but don't.
Why?
Because that's the cup, and it was should. I can't remember with these the cups off if they piss oil out everywhere. So usually,
See, look.
yeah, I know, but I think I'm absolutely certain that's where the oil will start pouring out because they're cupped for that reason.
It's got to be okay.
You'd be surprised
Well, even if
you can see the seal behind it. Torch here if you need it, yeah.
It's already pissing out. Well,
That's coolant. That's coolant. Oh, I don't know actually. I can't remember if that's cupped inside that as well.
On it. Looks like it's got really hot at some point.
They do. I can't remember if that's cupped as well or whether that leaks oil out. Either way, it'll be angled away.
Yeah, it's angled away anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, just I'll try it then. Give it a go. Might give us the clearance. Oh. Weird size, eh?
Yeah, 7 mil. All right.
Thing is, I've taken these out before and I've never had to do this. So I'm just thinking, We might even have to go down even lower with the box, the engine, you know, rather than higher. Yeah, because sometimes you have to have them at such a stupid angle that you almost clear the subframe before you pull it out, if that makes sense. Right, I've thrown that back on for now. Yeah, if you see any oil seeping, just do it straight back up, yeah? Because we ain't drained the box, so. Is that out, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, right. The gearbox is level, so if it's going to come out, it will come out. But just be mindful that it could start pouring oil out.
Okay, so there's oil in there, but...
Ah, shit, okay. Now, problem then is that if we tip that gearbox down towards you now, it's going to pour out.
Fill it up with paper, blue roll, rags. Literally just shove a big rag in there.
Yeah, you could shove a rag in for now just to stop some of it, but it is going to start coming out. So just pack it with a rag for now. Right, now if this doesn't work,
Now we'll hold it by the rag.
if this doesn't work, we drop it back on and we lower it right down engine-wise, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on. Ah, stuck on the fucking pressure plate. Right, the input shaft is out. So now it's whether it will rotate this way down. I don't know if it will, if we can twist it, but it's just not moving. What's it stuck on?
It's this here.
We need to sort of push that up.
Needs to come back a bit. Push it back in, sort of.
Yeah,
Right, yeah.
yeah. Now what?
I need to
I've got the weight, so.
push it back in. Like
Yeah.
how it was.
Like all the way, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, 1 second then. Let me get that done. There we go. More or less.
Okay. And then
Right, I'm holding it in at the moment, so just have a second to figure out.
I think it needs to be twisted as we're pulling it out, because if we pull it out, see this one here,
Yeah, that fouls straight on the subframe, does it?
it fouls on this pipe.
Oh shit, yeah.
So
Oh, it's the anti-roll bar. Crap.
yeah, so if we tilt it first and then push it forward, it should clear, I think. But it needs to come out a tiny bit to twist it, and then come out a bit more once it's been twisted, and it should come out, I think. Hopefully.
Well, the other option is we need to jimmy the engine forward a bit, because taking the dog bow mount off, it's rocked backwards. So ideally what we could do is get something in between the subframe and the block and push it that way, lever it, like wedge it or wedge a big block of wood under there, because it will go forwards to a degree, just not like loads and loads. It's not really budging much, is it? No. Okay, so, oh, you know, I'm thinking then, I don't know whether we... So you think we're coming out and we're rotating the diff upwards,
So,
yeah?
As I'm turning it, I think it'll come out naturally anyway.
Right.
And then once I say like, yeah, then we'll try and put it out. If it goes past.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, it's past.
Yeah, okay.
No, it's not. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, now we're wedged, you see, that's the trouble.
Okay. It's literally, that should be clear now if you want to twist it.
There is no twisting it, mate.
Is it not?
No, it just won't go. Okay. See, it won't twist. If that's why we need I think we might need it down further, you know. Annoyingly. Right, let me put that box back in.
Looks like it's coming out.
Oh, hang on. That's looking good. That's not looking bad at all. There we go. Right, okay, so I've got the weight with you. Let's bring her down. Okay, great news. Fantastic, mate. Fantastic, there we go. Whew. So that, with a bit of wrestling, is the box out. Sorted, right. Annoyingly, yeah, someone has put a decent clutch on there. That's infuriating, because I've got a pretty basic one to replace it with. But it is what it is. Yeah, I know, it's annoying. There's a red performance pressure plate on there. Because I've just spent loads of money on all the parts. And, well, they run all right on stock clutches anyway, to be fair, so. Yeah, it will still go fast. So that meant box out. Now what I'll do is, where's that torch loose? And I want to show everyone where our annoying coolant leak was coming from. Where is the torch? Brilliant, throw us that. So our annoying coolant leak is coming from, ooh, let me just get my head around. So just there, yeah? Can see that? So it's that metal pipe has basically rotted out and it's all leaking out of there. There's probably a split in the rubber as well. So we've got the metal pipe to replace, just goes back up to the heater matrix pipe there and round the front of the engine. We've also got that coolant junction as well. We've got a thermostat for the other side, so we'll replace all that. We've got a new clutch slave cylinder as well, which is there. And obviously we've got a new clutch. So we should be rocking, to be fair, with this now. We'll get all those bits put back on. Probably, tomorrow for sure, not probably tomorrow because it's past 5 o'clock. So we will see you tomorrow morning when we crack on with this and then we start tuning the crap out of it. Let's hope we can get it mega fast.